Backed by popular demand, the New York Gardener. And 2013, everybody keeps asking me, please shoot another video, it's been 2 years. Here's my echinacea. That attracts all my bumblebees, and we got beautiful bumblebees this year because of mint. I'll tell you more about that later. You can see the size of my bean wall, Italian beans, and my zucchinis. You'll see all different types of squash in a minute. But I just want to give you a quick tour of what's going on. I got problems. Nothing's perfect. I got problems with cucumbers and eggplants, but you can see my tomato plants. They're 9 feet tall, and just giant bunches of my plum grapes, which are the most outstanding tomato of my life. Pepper plants beyond belief. You know, small 4-foot tall plants with tons of beautiful frying peppers, my favorite. You can see bunches of them here, and we're going to be picking all kinds of good stuff in about a minute. I just want to do a couple of close-ups. Look at that bunch of monster early girls, the largest early girls of my life. My wife's favorite tomatoes, and she's already done some picking. I mean, we're going to have about 100 of these just today. Okay, I'm going to hand off the camera. How you doing? I want to show you some things we're doing. This is the year of peppermint essential oil for me, anyway. See this Q-tip right here? 1 drop. Soak that. And I've got them strategically placed in all 4 corners of the garden and underneath at the base of each squash plant, which protected them from striped cucumber beetles and the disease they spread, which is systemic bacterial wilt. And it worked. We didn't have anything die back. I just spotted something. I just spotted these eggs. They look like little gold jewels, and I crushed the hell out of them. We don't have squash bugs like last year. The brown ones, all different ages, big ones, small ones, all crawling underneath the plants, thank God. So, but let me give you a tour of what's going on with the sprays I use. Here's my mint and water, just you know, about a teaspoon per quart, and I just do a mist over the top of the plants. And I did it already, but you can see I just broadcast spray it all over the garden, make the whole place smell minty fresh. And what that is a way to block the smell of the squash. So when there's beetles flying overhead from one town to another town, they don't smell my squash and drop down and infest the garden. And as you see, as we're talking, I just keep going down and crushing either bugs or beetles. We don't use any insecticides. We just crush them with our hands, you know, and or use repellents. So the mint is a repellent, and this here is 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper sauce and water. This is good old sodium bicarbonate baking soda with a little tiny squirt of detergent. I use Ivory dish detergent, and what this does is prevents fungus. Now, let me show you what I do. What I do now is I don't spray the whole tomato plant. This is my preventative for tomato blight, also called potato blight, which is late blight. I don't spray the whole plant and cause the cell walls to become hard on the entire plant, and therefore make the tomatoes tougher skins. I don't like that. This year's the first year and it's working. I'm soaking just the trunk. Come on over. I soaked the first like 24 inch of the trunk, and it just prevents, and I missed the bottom leaves. And you see I've got all this dried straw that is actually an ornamental grass that I grow, and I used that, and it was a lot heavier in the spring, obviously, and spread out more. We've walked on it a lot. That prevents splash up, especially when the plant is young. Come over here, take a look at the size of this one tomato. You don't want to get too close. That is a giant tomato. It is a beautiful, beautiful tomato, and there's 3 of them on that bunch. And I create a single stalk for the most part. I remove every sucker. Let me show you an example. These have all been suckered since they were babies. This plant over here has not been suckered at all. Sure, there's tomatoes on it, but the plant has been concentrating on growing leaves. It's got the tomatoes the size of a dime, and so it's been growing leaves and stems and branches and leaves and stems and branches. It'll get tomatoes eventually, but look at the difference compared to the ones that have all been suckered. You know, I get a massive amount of tomatoes here. Let me pull a couple, and these here, I know I got to bring some to a friend. He really motivated me to have another garden. I was like almost considering not bothering to have a garden this year, but everybody keeps saying, "Oh, you gotta have a garden. What are you talking about?" You know. But just look at this bunch. Amazing. This is absolutely fully ripe, and I'll take this one, and I'll take this one. These are early girls, believe it or not. They're huge early girls. What I love about early girl tomatoes is they produce very, very early, as the name implies. You get them weeks before any of the other tomatoes are ready to eat. But even more important, you get them late as like November sometimes. So they're the first and the last and the most productive. They're always firm, very reliable. And I'll grab a couple more. But what I got to do is finish that in a little while. I got to pick some other things. So there's tomatoes. I'm going to pick a pepper I've been watching. Oh, it's definitely due. Look at this. Come a little closer. Da-da-da! Now that is a big, beautiful stuffer. I'm going to put ground beef and rice, and this is going to be enough to feed at least 2 people. And it's time I pick this butter stick. Beautiful yellow zucchini. They're so resistant to different diseases and stuff. And I think I'm going to grab the larger of the 3 green zucchinis, if I can get down in here. Oh my goodness. I think I might have severed the stem. Let's see. Yep. Look at that. It was bigger than I thought. Alright, so let's try to carry some of these out of here. You can follow me from behind. Yep, that's the best. Coming right back in again. I want to get this eggplant. Like I said, I'm having some problems with eggplants. Things are not always perfect. And I got the black beauty and the Japanese Ichabons. What else do I have to pick while I'm in here? I could. Is there one down in here?
Mm-hmm. Yes, huge.
Oh wow, cool. See if I can get in here. Yeah, it's time. This is what I call my pickle zucchini. It's actually a cross, accidental, but now I've been growing them for years. It's a cross between a green zucchini and I think my butternut squash that I've been growing for years. So let's put these outside the garden. And you can see I grabbed this one here out of the garden. And this is the epitome of the pickle zook. Looks like a pickle. The convolutions is just pickle zook all the way, you know. And you can let those harden off and eat those as winter squash as well. So I got a lot more tomatoes to pick, but we got some here. Take these out and just bring these up to the house for the time being. Now, when you're picking this amount, go ahead. When you're picking this amount, you're definitely doing something right with the fish compost. And that is a mother load. I guess there might be around 50 pounds or more. We got to still pick a heck of a lot more. So, yeah, let me just say goodbye. Take care. Hope you guys enjoyed at least one video this summer. Take care.